Worked right this time. Go figure. Go figure, y'all. Okay. Who's ready to eat? Hungry. Hungry. When your kitty gets hungry and it's free to eat, and your kitty is hungry and it needs a treat, you have to eat quickly. Feed your kitty. Oh, here for more. Here, more. A little more. Come. Come on. Here, little baby. You can come eat with the big kitties. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, little kitten. There's the baby. Maybe it'll come over and eat. Hello, Rosemary. Hi, Rosemary. Thank you for being here this evening. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Faith. Thank you for being here this evening. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I'm hoping that the little baby will want to eat with the other cats. She's thinking about it. Thinking. She's going to get her some water. She's going to stay hydrated. Unfortunately, Big Tom is here, so we will not see Moo or Locket because Big Tom is here being a terror to them, especially Moo. Big Tom is so mean to Moo. Judy! Hello, Judy. Thank you for being here. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you're having a great evening, Judy. We got the baby over there. Here comes the other baby. You know, a lot of people seem to be watching my wobbly kitten video. Not a lot, but it's getting some traction. A lot of people are not familiar with wobbly cat syndrome. I was not familiar with it until about 2 years ago. And I had a cat, my little black kitten Haven was born with it, but he has a much milder version of it. And but somebody said, "Oh, you've never heard of this?" And you know, I'd had cats for years and I'd never heard of it. And they gave me a video to go look up. And yeah, I don't know how I had cats for so long. I'd never heard of that cerebellar hyperplasia. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Or just to make it simpler, say wobbly cat syndrome. Anyway, a lot of people, some people are thinking, oh, it's a kitten that's just learning to walk, and that's not the situation. She has a neurological disorder, and born that way. Now, whether or not she learns how to negotiate life better remains to be seen. I think maybe if she goes, she'll learn, oh, if I do this, I can get around better. If I do that, I can get around better. Yeah, Judy, I'd never heard of it before until I showed Haven as a kitten and his head was bobbling. And I said, look at his head sort of bobbles. I think he has something neurologically wrong with him. They said he probably has that wobbly cat syndrome. And I'm like, what? And that's like it's their brain. Their brain is not developed right. And they gave me a link to somebody who has a channel who has a cat that's living with it. And but luckily Haven's is not as bad. Haven can walk and he can run a little like a hoppy run, but he cannot jump. He cannot jump up. I've got to think of a name for her. I want something beautiful, but I don't know. No, Judy, these are bowls from frozen food dinners, which is my favorite thing to cook is frozen food. These are like from Healthy Choice frozen dinners, which is what I like to cook best. That's my favorite thing to cook, or salad. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Thank you for being here this evening. So nice to see you. Hope you're doing well this evening. I was hoping the little ones would come over and eat. But they're watching. That one's thinking about it. It's like, hey, there's some food over there. They were missing for a couple of days last week, and I thought something they had gotten them, a raccoon or something, or a dog. They were gone for 2 days, and I'd already come to the decision that they had crossed the Rainbow Bridge by some sort of unfortunate incident. And then I came out here one day, and they were back. I don't know where Edo had them. I don't know if they got lost following Edo, and she or what. But for at least 2 days, I did not see them. And I thought, well, I guess they're gone. And I don't know, maybe she took and hid them someplace and wanted them to be there, and they didn't follow her, and eventually they followed her back. Who knows what's going on in the mind of a cat? But they're okay, they're back. You're so cute. Cute, cute, cute. Hey, it's New Niffy. Hello, New Niffy. Thank you for being here this evening. So nice to see you. Hope you're doing well this evening. Now, something always seems to happen to a lot of the kittens around here. So when I don't see a kitten, I'm never, surprised when it doesn't come back. I'm surprised I was able to raise these that we raised last year. Under normal circumstances, I'm not usually able to do that for whatever reason. Whatever was getting the kittens from all the years prior was not getting them last year. Princess is here for her after dinner snuggle. Hello, Princess. Here for your after dinner snuggle session. Are we full, Princess? Are we full? Good girl. Full. Kittens. Oh, Big Nawah's here. I was thinking that was Little Nawah, but no, it's Big Nawah. She just showed up. I bet you're hungry, aren't you, Big Nawah? Come here. Come here, Nawah. Come here. Come here. There we go. Yeah, Edo is... Where did Edo go? Edo is under my chair. Edo's under the chair. There's Edo right there. There's Little Nawah, Princess, Kaisera, Ethereal. Hello, Bruce. Thank you for being here, Bruce. So nice to see you this evening. Yeah, Cheryl, it was really hot here today. It was like 93, but it felt like 100 or something like that. Our dew point was very high. Very oppressive. Hey, it's John. Hello, John. Thank you for being here this evening. So nice to see you. Now one of the kittens is gone. There's one of them. Oh, they're over there in that thicket. doing something. Hey, Princess. Hey. Hey, Princess. What you talking about? You want some more snuggles? Hmm? Oh, they're gonna play. It's playtime. Bounce, bounce, bounce. She's climbing a tree back there. That says, I gotta go see what you're up to. It's just sad, though, in a way, to think about how the little wobbly kitten will never be able to do any of the other things most cats can do. But the whole thing of it is, she was born that way. Will she miss it? Can she miss something she's never got to experience? Okay, Rosemary, enjoy your shower. I do love showers. One of my favorite parts of the day is my shower. Yeah, I think, well, but she has learned. Um, well, hello, Basenji. Thank you for being here this evening. So nice to see you. I appreciate it so much. Hope you're doing well. The one thing, that's not to be indelicate, she has learned when she goes to do the litter box activities to raise her tail. She was getting it all over herself when she would go number two, and I'd have to wash it off of her. And so she's learned to get my tail out of the way. Oh no, it's Big Tom. There goes Big Tom. That's why we don't see Moo or Locket. But she has learned that. So I think if she, I'm going to let her move around. I can't let her move around when I'm not in the house because my mother could accidentally step on her because my mother wouldn't know to look for her. Oh, Basenji, I just haven't been live streaming as much. Plus, every evening it's been raining. And we do have some rain nearby right now, but I saw the radar and it's going to go by us. Oh, Cheryl, I hope Twinkie's okay. I know that could have been really scary for him. I hope he's going to be just fine. So I'm hoping as she goes through her life, she's also figured out how she can steady herself in a position by propping up. She has like it's like one of those cheap dish pans you can buy for like $1 or something, like at Walmart for like a little bed. But she's learned that if she stands up in the dish pan and then hangs over the side with her front paws, that makes her steady and she's not as wobbly. And that she can, I think it's maybe as she goes through life, she will learn how to negotiate life in that situation, because I have watched a lot of videos about cats who do have this syndrome and they do learn how to get around, but drinking is problematic for her. She tries to drink and she just goes right in the water and spills it. And so for her to drink, I have to hold on to her. I have to hold on to her body so it's not flopping around. And it's just her head going into the water. Just her face. Well, hey, it's British Bee. British Bee, thank you for being here this evening. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I'm talking about a kitten of mine with a neurological disorder, British Bee. And so I'm just hoping that she, I mean, theoretically she can drink by herself, but a lot of times she spills it. It makes a mess. She doesn't get much in her, so she does need. Hey, Michelle, I missed you there, Michelle, because I was looking out there at the cat. Sorry, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, thank you for being here this evening. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well this evening, Michelle. Ethereal is here for his after dinner snuggles. Here's Ethereal. So I found that if I do hold her body to where it doesn't wobble and then put the water in front of her, she can drink a lot more efficient, and she doesn't get in it as much. Now, and I don't have to do that with her for eating, but she rolls right into the food and makes a huge mess with the not with the kibble, but with the canned food. And I have to, so with the canned food, I have to, for her to keep from getting so dirty, I do have to hold on to her and let her eat it that way. Hold her up and everything. I'm doing good, Michelle. Considering the circumstances, I'm doing as good as I could. Michelle, I don't know if you've seen the video of my new wobbly kitten. Just talking about some of the issues she has. She will need a lot of extra care for the rest of her life. Literally, she's going to have a lot of attention. But that's okay. I'm going to give her all the attention she needs. Oh, the kitten's over here playing. I do love watching the kittens play. And yeah, I'm just, worried about, oh, well, what is she going to miss out on? And she does play with her front legs, like if you dangle something in front of her, she'll reach and swat. She does that. And she's feisty when she's eating. If any cat comes around while she's eating, she becomes vicious towards them, growling, snarling, hissing, and just wow, 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 wow. And she takes it serious if another cat gets near her while she's eating, and she's like, no, this is my food. She does not tolerate it. Man, the kittens are playing over there. They're wrestling, they're playing, they're going back and forth. I know she won't ever get to do that. The things that these kittens right here, who were her litter mates, what they're doing, she'll never do. She'll never do that. But, maybe she can't miss something she never had. Like if she's never done it and she doesn't know anything differently, maybe it won't be bad for her. So I do, I feel bad for her that she's going to have a very different life than most cats, but I have seen videos of cats who do seem to live happy lives. Normally, when they are found in out and about, they go to a shelter. They're usually put down. Princess is enjoying some time in front of the watering hole. Santiam's coming over. Hello, Santiam. Santiam. There goes Santiam. That's Santiam going into the thicket. It's the bigger Santiam gets, the harder it is to tell the difference between him and ethereal. You really do have to look at their nose. They both have the white toes. Like ethereal here, we'll show you. Ethereal just has the white dash on the nose. It's like a little dash of white. Whereas Santiam is more of a streak on those. He says, "Stop touching my nose, woman." Well, I guess she's gonna. I'm gonna try to give her the best life I can, Bruce. It's going to be, maybe you can't miss what you never had. I suppose. Sure, a lot of cars going by suddenly. We have a little bit of a glow back here, everyone. A little bit of a peachy coral glow. We might have a bit of a sunset tonight. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, but the thing that worries me is that my mother will not notice her if she gets onto the floor. And so if I'm not in the house, she has to be kept in the recovery crate, which is a really big crate. It's room for a bed, litter box, food and water bowl. Because I can't take the chance of... Because my mother would never think to look down. Never. And like on Adam's live stream tonight, Adam asked something about how does your cat know when you have something going on with you? And do they know if you're feeling bad or something's bothering you? And I'm like, absolutely, cats do. My cats know when I'm having a really crappy, horrible day. But I mentioned in there they know that my mother is different. Serena and Bijoko and sometimes some of the others would spend their afternoons sleeping in my mother's lap. And would always come by to see her for some pets. And they do not do that anymore. Sometimes Miracle would go over and get in her lap. Miracle really loved her a lot. But Serena and Bijoko spent there every afternoon just about sleeping in my mother's lap while my mother watched TV. And they do not do that anymore. That no cats go to cuddle with my mother anymore. They just, they know that she's different and they don't want anything to do with her. Now sometimes Majoko will sit on the arm of her chair and she doesn't notice him, and I have to tell her, "Mama, Bajoko's here for some pets." And she's like, "Who's Bajoko? Where?" And I'm like, and she doesn't remember Bajoko. And I said, "The cat's sitting there next to you. He wants some pets." And then she'll reach out and pat him. But she doesn't remember him anymore. She doesn't remember Miracle because the dad's talking to Miracle, and she said, "Who are you talking to?" I said, "Well, it's Miracle. I'm talking to Miracle." And she said, "Who's Miracle?" So I'm sure it's just a matter of time that she doesn't know me anymore either, or even herself. But no, cats have picked up on whoever she was that they liked snuggling with. That's gone. And Kazera does seem to be walking better. Whatever, remember, Kazera was having the issue. And I said, well, she's still staggering. She does seem to be walking much better. Almost back to normal. So she must have had some sort of injury or something, because she is almost walking in a regular way now. Not quite back 100% yet, but she's getting there. And she does seem to be feeling better. I just don't know what had happened to her. Oh, that's a nice glow back there, y'all. Look, look, look. We might have something pretty going on. Now, there she goes. She's walking. See? She's not staggering or anything. Look, her gait is still a little bit off, but she's not staggering anymore. So, she had an injury of some sort. Don't know what it was. Let's go see what the cats are doing over here. We have both the black cats here this evening. This is the younger one, Little Noir, and that's Big Noir. And then over here is Kazera. Hey, Kai. Let's see, she's doing much better. She still has a little bit of sway. And then here's Santiam. I released a cute short of Santiam today. He's rolling. We're rolling. If anyone would like to watch the cute short of Santiam, it's really short, hence that it's a short. Y'all want to go take a look at that? A little bit of shameless self-promotion. Here's the unnamed kitten. Here is Princess. And here is Ethereal. And new Niffy, she had some sort of injury and couldn't walk. But she is recovering. Now, luckily, I can get this kitten. Well, I was said I can pick up that kitten and it takes off running. Makes a liar out of me. Here we go. I got you. Here he is. Look, I got a baby. I've got the baby. Yeah, Michelle, I did a long form video today of the wobbly kitten, which does not have a name yet. I do need to figure out a name for wobbly kitten. And I released some flower videos today. Nobody wants to watch the flower videos, which is fine. I get it. But I have a flower video I haven't released yet where I make a surprise finding. And I get excited. And it's just about how stupid I act when I get overly excited. Here, Moo's here. Big Tom must have been gone. Moo, are you hungry? Come here, Moo. Come here, Moo. Come here, Moo. Kitty, 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 kitty. Moo. Here. Come here, Moo. Yeah. But I was looking, I haven't posted it yet, but I was out there looking at one of my lilies that had opened, and I moved it, and I found something unusual, and I got very excited by it. And instead of me editing that out or just making the video again, I kept in my silliness. Just me being silly, like, oh my God! But it's real. It was how I was feeling at the moment. Me overreacting to something that most people could care less about. But oh, we got a pretty glow. Pretty glow. I've learned to be amused by the simple things. This one, she looks so much like Moo, doesn't she? Very similar to Moo. And well, Michelle, I'm glad I make your day better. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Oh my God, Noir. No, it was an insect, but not a bee. Noir always overreacts to everything. It's okay, Moo. Which one was it? We're showing a lot of cats, New Diffie. Were you talking about the kitten? I have two kittens here. They do not have a name yet. Oh, look, it's pretty glow back. Oh, this car keeps going by real slow. Real slow. I don't like that. I've seen that same vehicle go by 3 times, and they're going really slow, and I don't like that. Mind your own damn business. I don't know what the heck they think they're looking at, but they just need to keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's a Doe's kitten, New Niffy. It's a little girl, and I can pet her, whereas I can't pet Moo. And she's a little one. There she is. There she goes walking through over there. Oh, Big Tom's on top of the car. Big Tom is so mean to Moo. So I don't know if Moo realizes Big Tom is still here. I'm going to go see if that car went down there to turn around. I don't like it when people go back and forth by. It makes me think, what are they looking at? And why? Why are they doing this? You know, of course, everything arouses suspicion in me. I'm a very suspicious person. It's pretty glow back there. Let's go look at some flowers. My lilies. Here, lilies. Here's my lilies. They spread all the way to here. They just didn't get the height on them this year. They usually are, some of them are as tall as me, and they just did not get the height for some reason. I don't know if they need to be fertilized, divided, something, but they're just not performing as well. I'm going to the road and see if that car is down there at the end of the road. Well, thank you for being here, New Niffy. I truly do appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your evening. I understand about the phone thing. I charge my phone more than I actually use it. No, I don't see them. Maybe they were just looking at their phone. Maybe I shouldn't be suspicious. But I always am. That's just me. Suspicious me. Yep, I spend more time charging than I do actually using my phone. Oh, Kazera's out here doing something. Hey! Oh, Moo! No, Big Tom went after Moo. Look, Kazera hears it. It's okay, Kai. Look at Kai listening to that. Oh, I wish Big Tom would stay at his own home. Yeah, Judy, Big Tom is a problem. Used to, he never came around here. I'd see him in the field, and that was usually as far as he went. But once my Big Tom died last year, he started coming around a lot more. And he's a problem. He's even mean to the girl cats sometimes. Yep. Not nice. Let's go see what's going on in the field. I don't think anything's going to be light back there. We're going to go check. Well, John, it's nice of you to help people. I tell you, tomorrow the check comes, and this old girl's getting her some chocolate. There will be chocolate tomorrow, okay? And there will be chips. There will be chips. There will be the 3 C's. And I might even throw in some cheesecake. I've ate ramen noodles every night. I don't know how long. I'm going to turn into a damn ramen noodle. But I use the last little bit of chicken for my mother to eat because she needs her protein tonight. Last little bit of chicken, I was stretching it. I mean, I've stretched it. So, I didn't run out of cat food though. I did not run. I still have cat food left over. But our food, well, we have like pasta, tons of pasta and some canned soup and stuff like that. But my mother's chicken, no. Oh, look at that back there. Look, 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 look. We got some color, y'all. I'm easily amused. In my drab and boring life, I am so easily amused. So I will be having myself my own little private food party tomorrow. Yes, I will. Chocolate. Chocolate, chocolate. Oh, pretty. Pretty, pretty back there. Oh, there he is. There's that big, big mean kitty. Right there. Big mean kitty. Okay. Let's move the chair this way. So, well, maybe over here. I'm trying to get the best shot of it. Not that anybody can see it, but I can try. Oh, pretty back there. Okay. It just never shows up correctly on camera. Never. Well, thanks for being here, Cheryl. I appreciate it. My chat froze there for a little while. Oh, it'll all be gone by noon. I'm going early for my big monthly. Tomorrow's my big monthly shopping trip. We'll have to do it because it's going to be like 94 tomorrow afternoon, so I have to do it in the morning. By 11, it's all going to be gone. It's all going to be gone. I'm thinking about maybe getting me one of those little miniature cheesecake cups. I don't know if y'all have ever seen them at Walmart. They have different flavors of little miniature cheesecakes. And they have one that's, I don't know what they call it, but it has like a dark chocolate, like an Oreo, crumbled Oreo bottom. Then the whipped cheesecake. And then on top, caramel. It is so good. And they're not very expensive, just a couple of dollars. Of course, it's only a few bites. And John, I'll figure out a way. I have to find me a sugar daddy or something, John. I'm probably too damn old for that. Hey, Daisy May. Thanks for being here, Daisy May. We have the nighttime version of Tranquil going on. Y'all, I've been moving stuff around in my shed looking for the old purse of the Social Security. Now, if y'all didn't see the video I made of the old grocery receipts, I was looking for an old purse and I found an old purse that had those 20-year-old, these are genuinely 20-year-old grocery receipts from Super One in West Monroe, Louisiana. And the things I was buying 20 years ago, this was more than 20 years ago, back in 2004, and what the prices were. If y'all want to see that video where I talk about the cat food prices and the price of Diet Coke and the price of wine and the price of what it was very, and it brought back a lot of memories of what my life was like 20 years ago. Very, 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 very different than what my life is like now. Very different. I was a different person. It was a different time. This last couple of years has crushed me, destroyed me. But then I got to look at old photos too. Judy, I think you see all my videos, and thank you, Judy. I appreciate that so much. Judy, I appreciate my regular viewers so much. But I mean, to me, it was interesting. And plus, I found all the things, the receipts in there from when I was starting my business on my own, when I was splitting from my husband and starting my business by myself without him, and my business model, not his business model. And let me tell you, everybody I knew, not one person supported me. My mother says, "That's stupid. You're stupid. This will never work. Just get you a job at Walmart." My husband said, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're an idiot." My mother-in-law said, "Well, who would ever want to do anything like that?" Everybody I knew stepped on me like I was a piece of garbage. Oh, treated me like something on the bottom of their shoe. "You're dumb. That will never work." And when it was successful, I rubbed their face in it. You all told me that I was going to be a failure. Now look at me now. You know, you're supposed to be a good winner, but I couldn't. I had to rub their face in it that y'all told me I was stupid and my idea would never work and that my business model was dumb. And I'm like, look at me now. Look at me. Look at my orders. Look at my business. Look at my success. And it ain't bragging if it was true, because it was true. And then life comes along and took it all away from me. Just whipped it all away from me through no fault of my own. No fault of my own. But anyway, it is what it is, and this is my life now. And I just don't, but I was looking at the old pictures and of the cars. I saw somebody who were posting videos of their cars, their old cars that they had restored, and I was showing pictures. I used to have a Corvette, and it was pictures of me posing in front of the Corvette. And I was like, oh my God, look at me. And I was like, what happened to me? Time comes for us all. Time comes for us all. None of us are immune. But no, I mean, it was just like, I did not let everybody I know discourage me. Discourage me from starting. I was doing the same thing, but I was doing it in a different way than when I was married. And so I did my business model for 16 years. 16 years I did it when everybody told me I couldn't do it and that I would be a failure and I should just go get a job at Walmart. That you're going to be a failure. Nobody will use you. Nobody's going to call you or use your service. Nobody. And I was getting museum exhibits, commercial jobs. I was, this is my mother, Judy. It's my mother and my husband and my in-laws and everybody I knew. Everybody. And but I didn't listen to them because I asked the people who counted, which was customers. And when a customer would come into my store, I said, I have an idea and I want to run it by you. And you can say, no, I don't want to hear what you have to say, but I just want to see what people think. And she's like, yeah. And I tell them, okay, I have this idea. Instead of you coming here, I come to you. And I can actually charge less. And I can charge less. And the customers, every customer I ran my idea by said, my God, that's a great idea. Because I had customers bring in paint samples, pillows, their comforters, a cushion from their couch, something they wanted to match in their house. Because I did this for 4 years straight, except for 2 days a week. I did nothing but wait on people all day, every day. And I knew that their problems were like, my wall is this color and I want it to look this way. And I'm like, if I were in their house, they wouldn't have to be wondering how it looks like against their wall. I could hold the stuff against their wall. And when I asked customers about it, the customer says, my God, that is a great idea. But everybody I knew said, you're a failure. You're going to fail. Just go get you a job at Walmart or get married again. Get you another man. Go get you another man to take care of you. Nobody's going to call you. And I'm like, y'all sit back and watch. And I did it for 16 years until the pandemic. And then my mother started slowly losing her mind. And I was afraid to leave her with the cats. But I got nothing but discouragement. And all my mother could say is, find you a man and get married. That was the only thing I was good for, was to find some man and get married. That was my only value. And I wasn't that good at being the traditional wife. Anyway, that was my thing. Being a traditional wife, if you're lucky, I'm going to throw a dinner in the microwave, Hey there! Oh, we got a kitty. We got ethereal. No, I haven't had. A lot of people, when they hear me talk about my husband, Michelle, they think I'm talking about a recent breakup. Me and my husband haven't been together in 22 years. I've been without a man for 22 years. I've had dated some, but I've never had a relationship. I knew I was done. With relationships after that. I would never want another man in my house. But yeah, I have this. So when I do talk about an ex-husband story, it's like, oh my God, it's terrible you went through that. Why? That's something that happened over 20 years ago, y'all. So but my mother, all she wanted me to do was get it. It's the only thing she could, in her mind, that I was good for. To get married, that I couldn't run a business without my husband. Well, my husband's the one who ran it in the ground. My husband's the one who ran the original business in the ground and got $100,000 worth of debt. I didn't have anything to do with that. That was him. He's the one who didn't know how to run a business. And but I just loved rubbing people's face and look at me. Look at this big job I have. Look at this. Look at how big. Can't keep up with it all. I ain't bragging if it's true. I don't care. But now it's all gone. It's over. It's all over. Look at him over there playing in that chair. That is so cute. He loves that chair. I'm not anti-man. I just don't want to have anybody trying to tell me what to do. And they'll try to tell me what, or suggest. Let me tell you what you need to do. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. Well, Michelle, give Elsa a big hug for me. Everyone who has cats here, give your cat a big hug from me. Cats make this life bearable. Yeah, well, Rosemary, I had to make money to feed my cats. And all I heard my mother talk about was how much she hated working at Walmart. Every day she complained about Walmart, hated it, but that's what she wanted for me. Like, she hated it, but that's what she wanted for me. And I'm like, she didn't make any money. She made just enough to get by. Hey, Demi, Photos Against Anxiety. Thank you for being here this evening. It's about dark here. The cats are kind of having their after dinner frolic. Thanks for being here. So nice to see you. My mother hated Walmart, hated it. Every day she complained about it. And then she wanted that for me, or to get married. And I did not want to be married again. Been there, done that. Hey, it's Ralph! Oh my God, Ralph! Thank you for being here this evening. So nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Give your kitties a hug from me. Let's see, we got some cats here. We have Edo. Rosemary, my mother, always thought I was dumb and ugly. And when I was young, and I look back, and I didn't like myself when I was young, but I look back at the picture saying, I look pretty good. And, and I had plenty of attention from the opposite sex, and lots and lots of attention. But my mother just thought I was the ugliest thing on this planet, and the dumbest thing on this planet. And she said the only thing I could do was find a very old man and marry him. Don't think it made me cry? And I knew she was changing because she stopped making me cry, Rosemary. Oh, Judy, thanks for being here. I don't know what it was, Rosemary, but she was so cruel to me. She would always say hateful things to me, and I never understood why. Oh, thank you, Michelle. And I noticed she was stopped. She was mellowing out, and I thought maybe she was mellowing out with age, but I think it was just part of her dementia. I think it was her dementia was changing how she acted towards me. That not that she was mellowing out, or that she's trying to be kinder to me. That she was just changing. And when dementia comes on, it's not like overnight, snap, they're a different person. It comes in slow little increments, little bit at a time. It creeps in, step by step. Well, we love you too, Michelle. Well, John, I don't know. The things, I still think the same things are important, John. I was always very responsible when I was young. I was like, when I was in my teens, I was like most 50-year-olds. We have to pay our bills, and we have to do this, and we have to work hard, and we have to be responsible. I was so responsible. So I did not have any fun at all when I was young. I was just like like a teenage 50-year-old, very responsible. Do the right thing. Let's go to work every day. Let's never be sick. And even if you're sick, pretend you're not. And so while everybody else I knew was out getting drunk and doing drugs and other things, if y'all know what the other things are, use your imagination. Our racing cars, all the kids would street race. I was like No, we can't buy that right now. The light bills do. No, you can't afford a boat. And I was working full time. I was working full time. Well, thank you for being here, Bruce. I truly do appreciate it. Give your kitties a hug from me. And thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate it. I was never fun. I was never a partier. Never. I had a full time job in my teens. Full time. And I was married too. So now my husband still went out and had a good time, but I didn't. But I was working. No, Michelle, I am not fun. Okay. Uh, um, hey, Chelsea. Hello, Chelsea. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well tonight, Chelsea. You know, Rosemary, when I was a child, I was shy. And I saw that that did not serve me well. And then I became something else. And I started acting, let's call it ditchy. I started being ditchy as I got into my adolescence. It didn't start with a D. There might be children here. Anyway, and I said, you know what? Being shy and afraid has not served me well. And I transformed myself into something else. No, no, Michelle. I am not fun. No. Most fun thing I do is mow the yard or have some ice cream. When I was in my teens, I was expediting an entire kitchen. If I was the expediter in a kitchen, I was running the kitchen and running it very well. No, I. Yes, Michelle guessed it. It starts with a B. I was, I was managing the orders, managing how the servers got the food out, managing how the people cooked. When they cooked what, you need to do this, just go, go, go. You do this, you do that. Because we were very busy. We were very busy in our little restaurant or seafood restaurant. Very busy. And I wrangled the whole kit and caboodle by myself at 16, 17, 18 years old. I did like that job. I really did like that job. It was fun.